Hey everyone, welcome to the PCS-Proof Podcast, where we're covering the vital things you need to know to thrive in every season of military life. I'm your host and milspouse fitness expert, Grace Barnick-Damazo, and I encourage you to join me each week as we dive deep into topics like fitness, wellness, and entrepreneurship as a military spouse so that you can maintain your own sense of identity and purpose, conquering every transition with strength and resilience. As we journey together, you can expect uplifting conversations and insights. We'll share some laughs, and you can count on me to keep it real so that together we can become truly PCS-proof. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the PCS-Proof Podcast. I'm your host, Grace Barnick-Damazo, and I am super fired up today because we're going to be talking about something that really gets my justice blood boiling. And I'm probably going to be way more opinionated today than I have ever been before, so you're not going to want to miss this one. But first, I just want to acknowledge how most of us are probably feeling today. It's the end of what's felt like a very long month. January has felt never ending, and there's just so much that's happened since January 1st, and it felt like February would never come. And I just want to put this out there because I've been hearing a lot of this lately. If you're feeling frustrated right now because you've been putting in a lot of work this past month, you've been sticking to your workouts, you've been trying to eat better, meal prepping each and every week, but you're not seeing the results that you were expecting at the end of January. The scale isn't moving as fast as you like. You're not seeing the changes in your body that you were wanting or expecting. I just want you to really hear me when I say you're not alone. It's totally normal. This is the exact time of year when so many of us start to doubt ourselves. We start to let the feelings of discouragement creep in, and we start to wonder, why am I killing myself if it's not even going to get me the results that I wanted? And this is also when the vultures start circling. Right now, the wellness, quote unquote, wellness industry is preying on those feelings of frustration and fatigue, offering up these so-called magic pill solutions, whether that's supplements, detoxes, or even prescription drugs that promise rapid weight loss. But here's what they don't tell you. A shocking study that was recently published found that over 40% of people who started GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic regained most of their weight within a year after stopping. And even worse, many of those people are experiencing serious side effects like muscle loss, slow metabolism, digestive issues that will likely take them months or years of hard work to reverse, all from trying to take a shortcut to get results. And I get it, you're busy, you're stressed, you want results. And when you see influencers pushing products that claim to be the missing link in your fitness journey, it is tempting to want to believe them. These companies spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on elaborate marketing campaigns that are tapping into your emotions and your feelings of frustration and your desire for results. And it is so frustrating. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is as a health and fitness professional who cares about you and your health, not just now, but years from now, to see these insanely deceptive and frankly manipulative companies feeding off your desire for results by selling you something that has not been scientifically proven to work long term. And even worse, these companies are now preying on health and fitness professionals to buy into this deception in order to make a profit. Just this morning, I got another email in my inbox from a company. I won't name the company, but the subject line read as follows: GLP-1 meds plus FitPath, that's my company, passive income and additional support for your customers. And I just deleted it, but this is not the first email that I've received like this, promoting ways for fitness pros to tap into this predatory market that is feeding off of our desire for quick solutions and quick fixes. If this is your first time listening to the PCS-Proof Podcast, you will quickly learn that I am not an overly opinionated person. I'm pretty pragmatic. And I lean on the scientifically supported methods to guide my coaching clients and to share with you here. But I'm also not going to shy away from speaking up when necessary. And the truth is that there is so much and misinformation out there. It is hard to keep up, even as a health professional who wants you to reach your goals just as much as you want to reach them. I truly want you to succeed, but I'm not willing to sacrifice my integrity in order to be able to give the illusion that I'm making you healthier while promoting these magic pill solutions that have little or no significant scientific backing. We are right in the middle of a series of episodes right now, focusing on my best practices for you to achieve your New Year's resolutions in a sustainable way. Today, I want to break down exactly why these magic pill solutions aren't the answer and why you are the real solution to your goals, why investing in your own ability to make sustainable change is the best practice for your success this year. And this is such an important conversation, especially right now, and I'm so glad that you are taking time out of your busy day and your busy life to listen to this episode. My hope for you is that after listening, not only will you be more informed to make whatever decision is right for you and your body, but that you will feel much more confident that all of your hard work, all of the commitment and the dedication that you've been making so far this year is the answer. It is the exact right path that will lead you to the results that you're wanting, not just in the short term, not just for this year, but for your life. You don't need the shortcuts. You are a long-term investment. Let's share a little bit of truth about magic pills, these magic pill solutions, and the companies behind them. The truth is that they don't actually address the root issues. Companies like Bravenly and Isagenix, yes, I'm calling them out by name, don't actually teach you anything about building healthy habits. They profit off of selling you products that may create a temporary change, but leave you dependent on their stuff, their products. And think about it. If their shakes, their pills, their powders, whatever it is, truly worked for long-term success, wouldn't they go out of business, right? Wouldn't you be able to stop taking them at some point and be able to sustain it? Wouldn't they go out of business? The reality is that sustainable weight loss and muscle gain require consistent behavior change. Things like balanced nutrition, resistance training, stress management, quality sleep, the basics. No pill or pharmaceutical can replace those fundamental habits long term. And I recognize right off the bat, I just want to make sure I say this, I recognize that you might be thinking, well, Grace, you sell coaching memberships. How is that any different from selling shakes or pills? Here's the difference. I don't sell stuff. I sell knowledge. I sell information. And yes, I'm selling my time and energy as well, but at the core of it, what I'm selling is years and years of hands-on experience and tens of thousands of dollars, frankly, that I've invested in learning how to become a behavior change expert and a fitness expert. And I'm selling a track record of success. And I'm speaking for all of the qualified, experienced coaches out there. We all deserve to get paid for our expertise. But I pride myself in being a person of integrity, so I have zero moral qualms with offering to share that expertise with my coaching clients who want to tap into my years and years of expertise at a fraction of the cost of what it would cost them to do it on their own, to learn it all on their own, and the time that it would take to do that. One of the things that I tell my coaching clients at the very beginning of our working relationship is that I don't want them to be dependent on me forever. That, to me, is a sign that I failed as a coach. If I'm doing my job correctly, they should be able to succeed without me at some point. Unless their goals change or maybe they have different goals in the future, it is my job to teach them the skills and give them the information that they need to go it alone when they're ready. That is the difference between hiring a qualified professional coach versus buying a product that you are dependent on for your results. When you stop giving them your money, you are right back where you started. When you stop using that product, you're going to be right back where you started. Whereas I'm passing along knowledge to my coaching clients that they can take with them long after our coaching relationship ends. So I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm not trying to be hypocritical. These are two fundamentally different business models, and only one is centered around you and your long-term health. The second truth about these magic pill solutions is that they can harm your metabolism. When you drastically cut calories with these meal replacement shakes or depend on appetite-suppressing supplements or pharmaceuticals, you risk slowing down your metabolism. Your body is incredibly adaptive, and when it senses prolonged calorie restriction, it compensates by burning fewer calories or down-regulating your energy expenditure, so you become a less active person overall. This is why so many people end up regaining weight and then some after they stop these products. Studies have shown that extreme dieting without proper strength training leads to muscle loss, making it even harder to maintain fat loss in the long term. And in the case of GLP-1s, the reality is that it's just too soon to tell what the long-term damage could be. These are such new products, and there are scientific studies coming out all the time. We'll continue to gather more data as long-term studies are published. But what we do know is that there are a lot of side effects that are coming along with them. And it is just too early to know how those long-term effects will last or what long-term damage they could be doing. And listen, I reserve my right to change my mind. We could look back at this episode 5 years from now, and I might have to eat my words because the overwhelming scientific evidence has concluded that GLP-1s and similar drugs are safe and effective for the majority of people long term. But until then, I cannot in good conscience encourage these for anyone who is wanting sustainable results. And my third truth is that most of these products are glorified versions of things that you can get from whole foods, from real foods. By definition, they are just fancy and expensive marketing tricks. I have a childhood friend who I'm still friends with on Facebook, and she joined an MLM recently. And I know this because I see all of her dozens and dozens of posts each week that are very clearly copied and pasted from an expertly copywritten template of social media posts that were given to her as part of her marketing bundle. And instead of being annoyed by them, because at first I was reading them and I'm like, oh, this is so frustrating to read, I decided instead to get really curious about them. Because as easy as it is for me to kind of see through the BS, I'm still amazed to see how many people comment on her posts asking for more information about these products. Like, it's still amazing to me that people are buying into these very disingenuous marketing campaigns. So I did some research on the products. And I'm not going to say which company this is, but just to give you kind of some reference, I was looking at their what they call kind of like their protein powder. So they sell that product for about $125 a package, right? $125 for what you could get the same amount of protein for, and in some cases more, from real high quality food sources like eggs, chicken, tofu, fish, yogurt, Greek yogurt, without all the unnecessary added junk. Those proprietary blends and formulas that they include that you are paying extra for, that bump up the price point, have no scientific backing to support that they're any more effective than eating normal, real food or just going and getting a normal protein powder. They have the same core product. You are paying extra for those proprietary blends that have no scientific backing. And just to be very, very clear, I don't blame the consultant or the reps for these companies. I don't think any less of them for trying to make a living. And with rising costs of grocery prices and just rising cost of living in general, I know that these people are just trying to pay their bills. So I don't have any ill feelings towards her or anyone else who chooses to sell or buy into these companies. I have an issue with the companies who are profiting massively off of our desire for convenience and quick results, and the companies who have no moral qualms about taking your money without proven scientific backing that their product is any better than real food, and have no shame about making you dependent on them to keep buying the product, or else you'll be right back where you started from if you decide to discontinue or you no longer can afford to keep buying their products. Supplements should be just that, a supplement to an already strong, complete nutrition plan, or as close to complete as you can get it, not the foundation of your diet. They can be a safety net, but they should not be the foundation. And they should not make you dependent on any specific product in order to see the results that you want, especially for those of us in military life who might end up moving to a location that we no longer have access to that product. Then what? Or the company could go out of business, and we've seen that with several MLMs in the past. We have to be more reliant on ourselves and invest in our own education of what actually is going to make us healthier, rather than relying on these quick fixes and marketing ploys. We don't need to be buying into these. And my last truth is that we live in a culture that celebrates instant gratification. I recognize that. But sustainable fitness results, it's not about shortcuts. It's about showing up consistently, even when the progress is slow. And I know it's not as flashy as these lose 20 pounds in 20 days promises, but it's the truth. And the truth is what is going to get you long-term results. In fact, there is a lot of research showing that fiber, dietary fiber, has the exact same effect in our bodies as GLP-1s, and without the side effects. But it takes way more effort to make the nutritional changes to increase our dietary fiber intake, and it's not nearly as profitable for companies. So instead of encouraging people to increase their daily fiber intake, we get inundated with these manipulative cat videos like the ones I keep seeing on Instagram that try to desensitize us and normalize these weight loss shots with promises of quick, low effort results. Minus the truth, which is that these are quick fixes without long-term proven results and without the full story about the potential long-term damage, right? So why am I being so vocal about this? Why am I getting so worked up about this particular topic? The reason why I am so passionate about this is that I actually believe in you and your ability to prove to yourself that you can change your own fitness outcome. Without quick fixes, without being made dependent on stuff and unproven products. And I need you to hear this. You are the secret to your success. Not a powder, not a pill, not a shot. You. When you show up for yourself day after day, even when it's tough, you are proving to yourself that you are in control of your health. That level of commitment is what leads to real, lasting transformation. And it's not about being perfect. It's about just being consistent, just showing up and putting in the effort more often than not. And when you invest in knowledge, not stuff, you take back autonomy over your journey. You can feel more confident that the decisions you make and the actions you take are in alignment with your goals and the healthy, fit life that you want to lead. Listen, I know it's tough. It is not easy. It takes time. It takes effort. I see it with my coaching clients all the time. They put in the work. It takes effort. And if there were an easy path to get the results you wanted with zero long-term negative effects, wouldn't we all already be doing it? We have to commit to putting in the effort, to taking ownership of the learning process, to investing the time in ourselves. But just imagine, if you choose to stay the course that you're on, if you decide not to buy into the quick fix solutions, where could you be in 3 months, 6 months, or a year if you just keep going? If you focus on the basics, on getting stronger, on fueling your body well with real food, on prioritizing your sleep and managing stress, that is what leads to the results you actually want. You are the secret to that success. So here's what I want you to do. Before you get sucked into another miracle product ad or a friend's MLM pitch, pause and ask yourself, does this teach me sustainable habits? Does this help me build a healthier lifestyle for the long haul? If the answer is no, then it is not worth your time, your energy, or your money. Instead, commit to showing up for yourself in real ways. Keep moving even when motivation dips. Eat real foods that nourish and fuel you. Rest and recover like you would if you were training for a lifelong mission, because you are. You're training for a lifelong fit lifestyle. And if you're interested in learning more about how to take back ownership of your life and your results this year, I'm going to be hosting a completely free masterclass at the end of February where I'm going to share my knowledge and my years of research and expertise with you. Again, I want to offer you knowledge that can empower you, not stuff. So in this masterclass, I'm going to share the proven scientific data for why most traditional fat loss programs fail. And then you'll learn exactly what does work and what has been proven to work in countless numbers of studies. And I'm going to teach you the core principles for safe and effective and sustainable fat loss. And you're going to walk away with powerful techniques to implement these principles in your own life. This is not about trends and fads. I'm going to teach you the techniques that the best behavior change research has proven to work for thousands and thousands of people and works for the real people that I coach. So if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, you can head straight over to my webpage right after listening to this. It's fitpathcoaching.com and save your seat right now. And I'll also have a link on my Instagram profile at Grace B Fitness, and I'll include the link in the description for this episode as well. You don't need a magic pill. You need to believe in yourself. You need to be patient with the process. You need to trust that the effort that you put in today is building something incredible for you and your future. If you're putting in the work in the right places, your results are going to be inevitable. I believe in your ability to create the healthy life that you want and that you deserve. And I'm here cheering you on, giving you more knowledge, feeding you the information that you can use in your everyday life. And I'm here to cheer you on every step of the way. If this episode resonated with you, if it helped fire you up as well, I would love for you to share it with a friend who might be feeling that end of January slump and frustration. And if you're looking for a zero BS, research-backed, sustainable strategy that works, head straight over to fitpathcoaching.com, register yourself to join me for my upcoming masterclass where I will help you sift through all that crap. All the misinformation, all the disinformation, so that you can build strength, build endurance and confidence the right way. Next week, I'll be back with another best practice for achieving your sustainable fitness goals this year. Make sure to follow or subscribe to the PCS-Proof Podcast so that you don't miss a single episode. And until then, keep showing up. Keep proving that you are the best investment that you will ever make. And remember, no matter where in the world military life sends you, together we are PCS-Proof. Adios.
And here is the legal language. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional advice. The views expressed in this podcast may not be those of the host or fitpathcoaching.com. Moreover, we are not responsible for any losses, damages, or liabilities that may arise from the use of this podcast.